Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Go.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams, and even 40 yards. A first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He's got a man on the crossing route, that's Moore. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another big hitter there, this one good for 18. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field, all right? This is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But with his ability to throw the football, his accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. They'll run with Montgomery, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Ty Montgomery, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Packers have taken the early lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Crosby on now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Mike Daniels makes the tackle. A of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the first round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. A toss to Cook. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Kenny Clark breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A Vikings 1st down. Diggs able to find his way free and get the catch from Cousins. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. From the red zone now, Cousins. There they go, screen. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Only 3 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Third and short yardage, Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. Again, it's Cousins. And that is going to be Incomplete. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Rodgers, and they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. That's taken it around the 40. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. An update from Buffalo. The Bills have taken the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. First down, here's Cousins. And this is incomplete. Dalvin Cook is running back the intended target. And it's 2nd down.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Yellow, 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 yellow.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Incomplete, right side to Cook. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Cousins now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On second down, Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Cousins from the gun on third. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Let's go.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Cousins on the keeper. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now they'll run. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Daniel Carlson now for the Viking field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up. The offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A minute 57 to go in this first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. Here's Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And an alley to run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. No.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got Adams on the hookup. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. Throwing is Rodgers. And he took that thing one-handed. What a grab. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it,
and he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a third and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Here's Ryan Quigley now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And this is incomplete. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Cousins now on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Cousins the thrower. Onside caught by Diggs. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Cousins now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. Cousins now from the 50. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
A second down throw for Cousins. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emerson Griffin in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. He's going to sling this deep. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Rodgers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Hey, check 26.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he was able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On the counter, here's Jones. And able to work his way down to the 16. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely, pretty good room to... And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Lance Kendricks, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Crosby on now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's brought down after a good gain. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Got some real estate inside the 30 and down to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Second down, Cousins. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. To throw is Cousins. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing, Cousins, under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Kenny Clark able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now Cousins. And he whips that one incomplete there. Kendall Wright, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
Hey, we're good.
3rd and goal for Cousins. For Kirk Cousins, it's his first touchdown pass as a Minnesota Viking, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play caller.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sheldon Richardson able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this one down to the 36. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Oko, over here. Hey, 50. Flip it down.
1st down. Here's the run with Montgomery. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use time?
Now, look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. He's on quite the interception run. He had 2 last week, another one here. Remember, he's not a DB, he's a linebacker.
But how many of those linebackers started as DBs and pumped themselves up into being linebackers? So the ball skills are the same, right? The coverage skills and responsibilities are the same, and he is paying it off in a big, big way.
Following the interception, Cousins finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Cousins. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A 1st down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On third down, Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got room. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. Cousins on first down. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Packers get set to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Working from the gun. Rodgers eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Back to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB. And oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Terrence Newman with a pick. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for Minnesota, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never killed anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a sip by the morning, I got on a meat on the morning, the rats keep me up on the podium, I had a in my shoulder, you got a picture, you got the picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean, ready for war like I'm Russia, ladies should never the luggage, my diamonds they tussling, my neck and my belly, they call it for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, her Rex on her, yeah, B-Rex better calm down, yeah, if you go around, come around, yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on me, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the chosen, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man, who's you, my shawty pulling up with a real bad, you too, dripping my swag, something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to 100, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning, I had me some breakfast by the morning, I had a sip by the morning.